I hate this cigar. Actually, there's part of me, my pride, that says I hate this cigar. Why? Because it made a fool out of me. It did. Where the peppery starts to lay back a little bit, gets a little bit less to the front, till it starts to fade right into the backdrop. And the creamy shows up. What was the creamy doing while it was gone? It was getting friends. It brought a little cocoa to the party, a little coffee to the party, a little cedar to the party. It just brought them all to the party. But see, what it did was it got you in there, and it got you chill and got you relaxed, and then it got your attention. And then it told you, hey, you don't know me. You don't know me. But you're glad you met me. All right, hear me out. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's great. The pyramids, banging, right? Great Wall of China, yeah. Statue of Liberty, all right, all right. The Eiffel Tower, right? I mean, those things. There's other things, but those are great. But the Zune, do you remember the Zune? A Tamagotchi. Running down the road with a wagon wheel and a stick to make it move round and round and round. You know what? VHS tapes. Be kind. Rewind. So just because it's old doesn't mean it's great. It has to have some character to it that just makes it in that level of awesomeness. And Hoya de Nicaragua has brought back the Classico, right? Hoya de Nicaragua Classico Original. Now, this cigar was the first cigar ever imported to America by Nicaragua. This cigar was the chosen cigar for the White House. Yes, back in the day, they used to give people cigars when you went to the White House. That was a big deal. You hang out and you smoke cigars. Why don't they do it now? We probably wouldn't have as many problems if they just sit down and fire one up together, right? In my opinion. But all right, so this is an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade binder or wrapper with a Nicaraguan binder and filler. It comes in 4 different sizes. The 5x50 Robusto. Look how pretty that is with all that goldy bandy. So then we got the 6x10 or 6x50 Toro. Turn around, Bob. Look at that right there. Oh, my. We got 2 cigars here, but we're not done. We got the 6x52 Torpedo, right? That Torpedo right there looks good. But we're gonna round it off. Notice we've gone from, right? We're gonna get this big old boy right here, the old Winston. That's right. That Churchill 6 7/8 by 46, and this is what I'm going to enjoy right now. I say enjoy. I expect to enjoy, but I've never had it. This is my first one. I'm looking forward to getting a hold of it because Hoya de Nicaragua's been around for 55 years. There's a reason. They are not a Tamagotchi. They are not a fidget spinner. They are not the little puppets. They are something that's going to be around for a very long time. Why? Because they've got quality. They've got their finger on the pulse of what consumers want. They work with great farmers. They have great factory practices and taking care of their people and the rolling process and everything that goes along with that. It is just from top to bottom a company that really wants to be around for a long time and have a good reputation about being around for a long time. And speaking of a long time, I took too long before I puffed on it. Got it that time. Wow. All right, so I'm sitting here thinking, Is this what the cigar 50 years ago in the White House tasted like? And from all intents and purposes, yeah, they brought that blend back. It's going to be a little different, but you know what I'm saying. It's in the same ballpark. And so, in tasting it, and comparing it to other Hoya cigars and other cigars in general that would be in the American palate, which is a little bit rugged, a little bit aggressive. This is not that. This, wow, very creamy, extremely creamy. Very creamy. Light. Very light. Not a lot of popping off flavors. Very clean, but simple. Which makes sense. Because if I was going to have a cigar at the White House, knowing that not everybody smokes cigars, and I don't want to have an international incident, I want a cigar that tastes good, but that anybody could smoke. And this fits that bill. Very shady shade. Very shady shade. Very, very light. Um, I can see some parallels with Cubans. It doesn't have that tingle that but the lightness, the creaminess, the I'm not even gonna call it creamy toasty. It's creamy, creamy. It's like, yeah, it's like creamy. Um, I think I'm picking up a little bit of cocoa notes. I think I'm picking up a little bit of coffee notes. Um, but I don't know. But this is a big old stick, and we don't need to sit here for 15 minutes, 30 minutes while I smoke this down, while I think about it. So let me get off of here real quick, and I'll come right back, and we'll see, because I'm interested to see if it's going to change as it goes back. Because right now it is extremely light. This would be a cigar that I would recommend for, at this point, for somebody who is really new into smoking cigars. I might recommend this for a golfing cigar. You hang out with your boys. I'd recommend you keep this in your humidor for when friends come over and say, "Hey, I've never smoked a cigar. I like trucks. Smoke a cigar," and you like them. I'd give them one of these because the flavors are great, but the flavors are extremely light. But I got some acres to run down. So let me run down this road and I'll be right back. All right? Don't go nowhere. I hate this cigar. Actually, there's part of me, my pride, that says I hate this cigar. Why? Because it made a fool out of me. It did. It was so creamy. It was so smooth. It was so one note. It was so mellow. I thought I was done. I thought I'd smoke it down and I'd come back and say, "Hey, it's exactly what I thought." But boy, howdy, it has humbled me. It has. It is so much more than the first inch. That inch is amazing. Creamy toasty. Oh, it warms you up. It gets you. It lets your guard down. Makes you feel comfortable. Puts a nice blanket on you and fluffs up your pillow. But then that spice, a little bit of pepper, starts to creep in. I'm sitting there smoking and going, all right. And then it gets real peppery. Creamy's gone away. And I'm like, all right. So this cigar is creamy toasty, and then all of a sudden it gets peppery. Well, if you like creamy toasty, you're not gonna like peppery, right? If you like peppery, you're not gonna like creamy toasty, right? But then there's the last half, where the peppery starts to lay back a little bit, gets a little bit less to the front, till it starts to fade right into the backdrop. And the creamy shows up. What was the creamy doing while it was gone? It was getting friends. It brought a little cocoa to the party, a little coffee to the party, a little cedar to the party. It just brought them all to the party. But see, what it did was it got you in there, and it got you chill and got you relaxed, and then it got your attention. And then it told you, hey, you don't know me. You don't know me. But you're glad you met me. And I am. Fantastic. Such a roller coaster of flavor. Such a roller coaster of experience. And sometimes that roller coaster experience can be distracting. It doesn't make sense. But this does. This just gives you almost like a history lesson in Nicaraguan tobacco. It gives you that first light mellow. Then it gives you that peppery spice. Then it gives you that blend, that balance. I'm going to tell you, don't walk, run to your computer and find them, or to your brick and mortar and get you some, because this thing's good. I never would have expected that a Connecticut shade would end up on my top list for this year, but as of right now, it is running in the running. It is. So impressed. Let's face it, Toyota Nicaragua, 55 years. They don't do junk. That's why they're still here. I don't know if it's the Eiffel Tower of cigars. I don't know if it's the Pyramid of Cigars, the Great Wall of Cigars, the Statue of Liberty of cigars. But I sure am glad it was made. And I sure am glad it was brought back. Because this is Bob Cigar Guy approved. Now I'm going to go ahead and get off this camera, and I'm going to smoke this down till my fingers burn. Because there may be another transition. Who knows? But that's it. I'm going to go. I'll talk to you later. Man, I love you. I really do. I'll see you later. Later, Tater.